Moving deeply into the now, do not seek yourself in the mind. I feel that there is still a great deal I need to learn about the working of my mind before get I can get anywhere near full consciousness or spiritual enlightenment. Yes, no, you don't. The problems of the mind can't be solved on the level of the mind. Once you have understand the basic definition, there is not really much else that you needed to learn or understand. Studying the complexities of the mind may make you a great physio psy- psychologist, but doing so what not taking you beyond the mind. Just as the study of madness is not enough to create sanity, you have already understood the basic mechanism of the unconscious state identification with the mind, which create a false self, the ego as a substitute for your true self rooted in being. You become as a branch cut off from the vine, as Jesus put it. The ego's needs are endless. It feels vulnerable and threatened and so lives in a state of fear and want. Once you know Once you know how the basic definition operates, there is no need to explore all its countless manifestations. No need to make it into a complex personal problem. The ego, of course, loves that. It is always seeking you something to attach itself do to in order to upload and stamp its illusionary sense of self, and it will readily attach itself to our problem. This is this is why so this is why for so many people a large number of their sense of self is intimately connected with the problems. Once this has happened, the last thing they want it is become free of them. That would mean loss of self. There can be a great deal of unconscious ego invest in pain and suffering. So once you recognize the root of unconsciousness or as identification with the mind, which of course include the emotion, your step out of it, you become present. When you are present, you can allow the mind to be as it without getting entangled in it. The mind in itself is not dysfunctional. It is working wonderful tool. Dysfunction set in when you seeking with yourself in it and mistakes it for who are you, who how you are. It then becomes the egoic mind and take over your whole life and the delusion of time. It seems almost impossible to disidentify from the mind. We are all immersed in it. How do you teach a fish to fly? There is there Here is a key. End of delusion of time. Time and life are inseparable. Moving time from the mind and it stops. Unless you choose to use it. To be identified with your mind is to be trapped in time. The compulsion to live almost exclusively through memory and anticipation. This creates an endless preoccupation with past and future and an unwillingness to honor and acknowledge the present moment and allow to be the compulsive arise though the past give you an identity and the future hold the promise of salvation of fulfillment in whatever form both are illusions. But without a scene of time, you would be, you would, how would you function in this world? There, there would be no goals to strive toward anymore. I would not even know how I am because my past make me how I am today. I think time is something very precious and we need to learn to use it wisely rather than waste it. Time is not precious at all because it is an illusion. What you perceives as previous is not time, but the one point that is out of time, the now. The that is precious indeed. The more you are focused on time, past and future, the more you miss the now. The most precious thing there is why is it the most precious thing? Firstly, because it is the only thing. There is all there. It is all there is the it internal present in the space without which our life unfold. The one factor that remains constant life is now. There is never a time when our life has not now, nor will there ever be. Second, the now is the only point that can take you beyond the limit confines of the mind. Only it is your only point of access into the timeless and formless realm of being. If I continue with this practice in 21 days without expecting any result. Thank you.